If you think about, measuring plates, measuring arms,
space,
clay ovens, and now having to protect from the smells.
Health and safety.
Then five clay modelers around the car. It goes ching, ching, ching.
Absolutely, yeah.
Building up the frame for a 2-ton clay model, has to be rock solid. And then everything on top of that, and then the clay, and then milling that. And then the in and out and back and forth. It takes a long time and it costs a lot of money. And by the time I have a somewhat, in the classic process, I would say to have a somewhat reliable surface on a clay model or something that you like, you probably have spent already 400,000 to 500,000 euro. So for a long time, I didn't have much budget, pretty much zero budget in the design studio. And that brought us into working much heavier in VR. It is a disadvantage now to actually do it the conservative way with a classic clay model. Now, I can be quite a bit faster. I can also do my work on a smaller budget or use budget than for something else in my process. And I don't have the feeling I'm losing quality because the VR image by now, and this only happened in the last 3 to 4 years now, is so good that you really have the feeling you are looking at a real car. It's like a real car. It's really not much off. And then when we are somewhat satisfied, then we push the button and we do a hard model immediately, transparent, and we have it sitting there. But then it's not a big surprise actually from the system to come there. Because you know how it was still some 10 years ago. You were looking at a CAD screen, but what you saw then in the yard was different. All of a sudden the sunlight hits this thing and looks different, and you go around it in 3/4 view, and things are not the same way as you saw it on the CAD system. In this process, now clay modelers in a way translated became VR modelers. You still need experts in that field. Maybe the next step there that you can actually do it in real time.
Or in real time, that's with gravity.
Fully shaded, everything, and you're just pulling the lines right there, and the surface is immediately adjusting to that now.